Hey, what's up, guys? Mike Lowe here. We are going to be in College Football 27. We also have over my camera's shoulder here the FIFA World Cup final, Spain, Argentina, 65th minute now, 0-0. So watching that, playing college, talking about mods, and doing a live stream, we know how it goes when I'm distracted and streaming. I'm going to lose. We are playing Notre Dame, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can keep the focus. And we'll get into all of that. So it's going to be a gameplay stream. But gosh, since the last time we did stream this, it was a little over a week ago, and I was really just kind of introducing, like, hey, I just got back from vacation. We were over in Spain for a few weeks, and was just getting college football set up. I think I had like 2 or 3 mods at the time. Got a lot more going on there, and you can see on the screen. I'm going to talk through all of these, and yeah, just really I can't stress enough how great these games can be. And it's not just college, but Madden for the last number of years. I know NBA 2K has a really big PC following. I plan to get NBA 2K this year on PC. Even games like FIFA. I want to say the new, like, Yakuza, or not Yakuza Spirits, what's it called? The Pro, I forget what the baseball game is, but something with a Y. But that first release in English this year, I think that game is also on PC. So I need to look into that and just kind of see. But yeah, overall, I think yeah, the PC to me, I mean, I unplugged my PlayStation before we went to Spain. I haven't plugged it back in, so I mean, it's been unplugged at my house for like 3 weeks now or something. And then we're actually we are up in Big Bear, California. So this nice, beautiful backdrop here is in our little Airbnb rental. And I brought the gaming laptop. It's pumping. The fans are pumping, but it doesn't sound so bad with the mic filter and stuff. It's got a really good mic. So this is the if anyone's curious, the Acer Predator. This laptop's a beast. I love it. Predator Helios Neo 165 AI, I think is what it's officially called, or something. Or maybe that's just the AI that's built in, but I don't know. But yeah, it's really nice. Really been impressed with it so far. And we're just using the old PS5 controller here, so you'll see that popping in here. But yeah, almost a goal here in the 67th minute. This isn't me the worst string ever. I'm super distracted. I'm gonna lose. So let's talk about the mods. So this is not a tutorial on like how to set up mods. There is a lot of help in the college football modding community Discord. Go there. Start with their help. Start with their tutorials. Don't just go in there and be like, hey, how do I set this up? I don't know what I'm doing. You will not get help. And you just won't get very far. Like it's pretty simple. If you don't know what you're doing though, it's gonna take a little time, and that's where it's worth an investment of time for you to put a little thought and effort into learning these systems yourself, because things are going to go wrong. Sometimes, just like earlier today, it just went boot up for me for some reason. There's just little things, and once you kind of get your little toolbox of workarounds, it gets a lot easier. It's a lot easier for you to manage. And so this is called Frosty. This is the mod manager. This is what you load all your mods into, and this is also where you launch the game. And so any mod here, like this is all the mods I have, but these are the ones that I have loaded in. And even further, the ones that aren't checked aren't going to be used because I'm playing a Stanford. We're going as the ACC network. And so these are different broadcast packages, for instance. So there's ESPN, there's college football on Fox, and so on. And so I'm using the ACC network, even though, I mean, yeah, for this game, I've already started it, but I probably could have gone for like, was it NBC? Is that always where, I'm trying to remember where Notre Dame always plays. I feel like they always play on NBC. But we don't actually have an NBC one. So we'll stick with ACC, that's fine. But there are mods as simple as the one I showed last week, which is like cut remover. It removes all of the stupid college ultimate team stuff out. College GameDay, this is just an icon. It's literally just for the game of the week. It shows like the college. So like really simple mods, all the way down to, again, these broadcast, the audio presentations for whatever network that you want to use. This here is, I guess there's something wrong with like FlakJacketFix not showing properly, so that's what this fixes. I haven't like gone in to verify this. I've mentioned on streams before, like I'm not like Mr. Graphics. I'm not like, I don't care if there's a FlakJacket that is not looking the correct way. I really don't care about that stuff too much. But that's in there. Same thing with things like Mouthpiece Revamp. I mean, that's probably the most ridiculous sounding mod name I've ever heard. Derpy's Mouthpiece Revamp. We have it activated. Apparently, it's going to give us more variety with mouthpieces, like more like vibrant colors and things like this. So we'll see. I haven't loaded up the game with that yet. Better clock management's a great one, or better clock logic. This is going to give you 40 seconds always in between plays. It still uses accelerated clock, so it's great. So no more of these very first play of your possession where you get 25 seconds and you're getting delayed games or having to take a timeout. That mod's going to help with that. It also helps with clock stoppages around injuries late in the game. It actually does that the right way. Clean screen just removes a lot of those visual things. It just kind of keeps it a little more realistic looking. This is a really popular mod on Madden as well. RO27, this is a big one. I just installed this one today. I think it just came out last night. Recruiting overhaul. So there are tools, so a couple things here. The modding community has tools, and they have mods. What we're seeing here are mods. These are things that you load in as you're playing the game. Like it literally like boots up the game. So think of them kind of like filters. The game, here's all your mods, the game, and you're booting it up, and it's like going through all these different things. So this is the very, very first recruiting overhaul, I think it's called. But it basically makes recruiting smarter. It's going to make the AI teams more competitive. It doesn't put in like artificial difficulty for the user. It just makes the CPU teams a little more just realistic, like just more effortful. There are tools that I'll still use as well. So again, separate than mods. At the end of the season, where for instance, I know there's a tool I'll use like on the very last transfer day where if there's players still floating around, they're not going anywhere. This tool puts them onto a team that would make sense. 5-star transfers are going to go to big programs like a Miami or whatever. 4 stars could go to a number of different schools. Like you're not going to have like your 4 and 5 stars be like, oh, well, Eastern Michigan needs a quarterback. Let's just put them there. It's much more intelligent of a tool than that. So we'll be using mods today. I will be in the off season using more of the tools. I use tools at the start. There's a whole tool section that we could talk about when we get to the off season. So I'm already in week 7. At my Dynasty, we're making pretty good progress, especially with, again, still traveling. We've done a lot of travel this summer. And so, Canes21 Gameplay Mod. I'm really loving this so far. This guy releases an update, it seems like every 2 hours. We are on version 69. Nice. And, I mean, literally, there's been like 69 different versions of this gameplay mod. And, again, if you see me looking off camera, I'm watching the World Cup final here. And so, version 69, this is really, Kane does a great job. I've kind of like stepped back a lot from sliders. I just don't really have the energy to like do what I used to do. But Kane is somebody, and there's others too, but Canes21, I've really liked his football sliders over the years, so I was excited to see him. Again, it's not a slider set. This is a gameplay mod. It's different. The sliders are all set at 50 still. They're all just at default, but he's gone under the hood and kind of just mess with different things that we'll talk about during the broadcast and probably see a little bit during the broadcast. And if you go into that modding community Discord, you'll see his change list with each different version. So that's really good. I have not tried this one yet. Apparently, this is a new one that I just saw that I put in. There are 2 tattoo mods that you're going to see. One, apparently, this one starts putting tattoos on real players, and I think he only has like 20 to 30 players or so far with tattoos. I'd have to go in and look at his actual list of players so we can go in and see how they look. The other one, I'll come back to this one in a second. This is just a really quick, this is just like a graphic enhancing mod. And then Duckys Tats is another mod, but this is more for like if you're editing players, there are a bunch of tattoos that you can go in and add to your edited player. So that's what we're using. There's tons of others. This is the list that I've made, and that's kind of like, for better or worse, like you go in and make your own list. You download what you want. Each day I just kind of go on and I look at the Discord. I follow the threads that I'm interested in, such as the mods or tools. The discussions, like, so each mod will have its own like actual download page where there's no posting. It's just the files. You need those. But then there's also a discussion that goes with it. And so each of those Discord channels or like areas, whatever you want to post, I guess, will have the link to the discussion. So you can go in and ask questions about that particular mod. You can ask questions about what it's doing, or maybe even if you're having some troubleshooting issues with like that particular mod, you could go in and do that. But really, I just keep an eye. I just subscribe to the actual mod threads and the tool threads that I like. And just to kind of show you like what that looks like, I can bring this over and show you really quick. So this here is the Madden, I'm sorry, not Madden, but looks just like it, the college football mod. So like I've subscribed to these mods. Now there's two sections of mods. There's official mods. There are community mods. So like the official mods, these are the ones that I've started following. So we talked about recruit overhaul, clean screen. These are all ones we talked about already. Unlocked. Did I already add that one in? So this is good practice for us to get a live look at it. So this is updated recently. I feel like I forgot to put this one back in. It did. Okay, so that's okay. So what we're gonna do, we'll get a good look at what we're gonna do here. So let's just exit out of the game. You can't like update the mods and stuff while you're in the game. So we're just gonna exit. No big deal. And then what I'm gonna do is we still have our mod manager up. That's fine. Let's go in here. Let's get unlocked. And this is just my mod folder here. And so I don't like to save the different version numbers. I usually just save them. They have version numbers like inside of the Frosty, which I'll show you, which is that mod manager. When I say Frosty, it's just the mod manager will reload. But I like to just save them as this because it just gets cumbersome if you have like 50 of these for each of the different ones. So we save that. We're going to override it. And then I just need to go in and load that one back in. So I'm going to add a mod. Let's see. I'm going to do, what did I do? So unlocked, what was it called? Something unlocked. There it is. So we're going to load that one in. So what that does is that loads it into kind of like your like toolbox. You're going to apply the mod. And then it always goes down to the highest priority, which is just kind of like, it loads these one by one. So you want your more important mods at the top. I won't bore you with the details, but I know this one needs to be like right by Duckys, apparently, so I'm just going to leave it right there. And so we're good to go. And so again, just to kind of go back to the Discord, there's like general discussion, there's modding discussion. I mentioned that there's tools different than mods, right? The tools, I streamed this stuff, man, I gotta load up the, this is quite the multitask stream here when you have your FIFA, your highly legal stream of the, especially while you're traveling, definitely illegal, a fully legal stream. But when it crashes on you in the middle of your live stream, there we go. We're back up now in the 76th minute. Anyway, so yeah, so these are the different tools. And again, most of these are going to be used in the off season. So like there's like a jersey renumbering tool. So like it'll give players like more realistic numbers, like single digit numbers for like your top players and things like that. And so here's Canes Gameplay Mod, right? So again, here's a good example of like the discussion with the mods versus like the mod page. So like this is underneath community mods, right? And so Kane is going in here and all of his different, so there's already, we're in version 69. We might as well download number 70 while we're out. So we're going to download his newest one. And again, I don't like to have the numbers because you can see you get a bunch of these. So I just say over that, no big deal. And then I'm going to go back into the mod manager. We're going to just reload in Kane. And you'll see now when I add that, well, actually I have two of them in there temporarily. See version 70 or 0.70 versus this one. I'm just going to slide this one up. And then obviously we don't need both. That might be an issue, so I'll just delete that one. And we're good. So that has now been updated. And so like that's what I do each day before I'm going to play. I just go in and I look. I don't necessarily care about the discussions all the time, but I am looking underneath the community tools. I'm looking under the community mods. Ooh, that's the goal. And I'm looking under the official mods. Yeah, there is an official tools section too. So some different things in there. So, but yeah, it's a little tricky to kind of learn your way around the, what do you want to call it? The modding community Discord. It's a little wonky, but yeah, overall, I mean, it's awesome. They do phenomenal work. Super, super cool stuff. All right, so then what do we do here? We have our mods loaded in. We've even updated a few mods. We're just going to hit launch. And it's going to just go do its thing. It's going to wait a little bit. And then we'll get into some gameplay. We're playing Notre Dame, not Notre Dame. So Stanford's 4-1. We upset number 6 Miami. Huge win, but I think the very next week we ended up losing to Georgia Tech. Had a close game against Wake Forest. We had a close game against Hawaii to start the season, surprisingly. Notre Dame they have lost. I think they're ranked like 22nd. They were unranked for a second, and then they kind of popped back in. So the game's loading on my other monitor right now. And then I have it set. It should pop over to here, which is just a setting on the PC. You can pick which monitor you want the game. It's loading on my primary monitor, but it'll trigger when the game loads up. Like, oh, Mike said that he wants this on monitor too. So once that loads up here, we'll get going. And then, yeah, if you guys have questions, whether about the game itself, the game on PC, modding, etc., just let me know. About Stanford, definitely be doing a stream. My thought is by the time we get to like next weekend and I stream again, I'll finally be home. I'm home for a while. My thought is it'll probably be pretty close to the off season, or like postseason at least. And we'll definitely do a stream then around all that. Okay, so the game's loaded. It's gonna click it, and it goes. It's gonna load up. I feel like the volume is bonkers loud. Hang on a second here. I'm just checking the volume is super loud in the game here. Doing this earlier. This is the let's pick the volume. I had to put this down to 20 so I could do myself thing. Alright, so turn that down. Go back into the game. And yeah, we should be good to go. Guys, it's awesome on PC. I love it. It is worth it. It's worth it. So you're seeing the very first mod right here. It's very subtle, but that cut remover mod, notice how like clean this menu is. There's none of these stupid ads popping up telling me to buy cut nonsense, and I can't even get into it. Even if I wanted to play it, I can't. It's been taken away, so I love this. It's got Road to Glory, still looks cool. I haven't played that. I've read so much on Discord and stuff. People seem to hate this mode, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I plan to get into it. I'm just really enjoying my Dynasty, but yeah. So we're gonna load. I've been keeping a save. You have to play offline with mods. It's very important, so you have to be willing to make that. That's a sacrifice for you. But I just keep a save for each week, so I have like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 out of order for some reason. Week 0, preseason, and so on. And then each season, I just save over those. Ooh, big save. Big save in the 81st minute. So we're in week 6, I guess. I thought it was week 7. I'll put that up in the video. Yeah, week 6, not bad. So, yeah, so what have we done so far this week? I mean, we've done our training, we've done recruiting. When should we recruiting? Because again, I love one of the tools. My favorite thing I've done so far, it's called Pocket Scout, and Recruit Overhaul. Pocket Scout, I'm sorry, let me back up. I'll talk about Pocket Scout first. Pocket Scout is a tool. It does a lot more than what I used it for, but what I did was, because I felt weird being the only coach who started at level 1, and even like your worst coaches at least level 20, I went in and edited my brand new coach up to be a level 20, and I gave him the amount of points using ChatGPT. It told me what it was. I think it was 500 points, or I forget what it was. And then I went through and spent those, and so I have a bunch of abilities. And normally I'd be like, that's corny. Like, why did you make it easier? But like, I just find that it's a little ridiculous to be, the only coach, and like my coordinators are like better. It's just, look at this. Impossible. I think there are definitely teams with coordinators who are better than the head coach, but like, it just felt kind of weird. So I gave myself that ability using the Pocket Scout tool. It does a lot more than just that, but that's all I used it for, was just editing my head coach. The other tool, and I keep emphasizing tool over mod, the other tool I used was, originally, there's a new one now, I got rid of this, but it was like the original Fang recruiting overhaul. What I showed you now is brand new. There's been a tool to replace that already. But I used his original. It's kind of like the beta version of it. And it's so good. It's so good. I had talked about this a little bit on the last stream, but like if I just scroll over and we just kind of search by like just all prospects, it went through and edited player names to be like more realistic and to like match up their image or vice versa. I can't remember if it does the names first and then matches the image, or looks at the image and matches the names. But if you go through here, you'll just start to see some cool stuff. You'll also see some like suffixes, so like juniors. So we have Paul Elston Jr. We have Cam Bunkley II. He's signed with Michigan. We have Gabriel Davis Jr. And so things like that, like super, super cool. Love that so much. Rick Jeter, Paul Anthony. Let's see. What I love too so much, prospects from Hawaii. Not always, but a lot of times we'll have Hawaiian names, right? So Kahaulani Lahaina. It's his name, I believe. Then you have just like regular names. Like not everyone in Hawaii has a Hawaiian name. I have a good buddy of mine, big Lions fan. He's from Hawaii, and he does not have a crazy Hawaiian name, but he did teach me the trick to pronounce these. I've mentioned on streams before, but when you have a Hawaiian name and you're like, oh, that's a tongue twister, just enunciate or like just pronounce everything that you see. So like this is probably Noella, but I guess if we were using it like Hawaiian, it'd be like Noiala, like Aialama, right? So Aialama. Just say everything. But anyway, point being, I love these. Get these awesome names. Kalahaukia, I think how you say that. Not only Hawaii, they also did it for Louisiana. So again, there's some awesome like legacy names going on in the state of Louisiana with the culture there. I saw this fame on the last stream, I think. It corrects me every time I see it. Junior Young Junior. If you play Super Mega Baseball 4, you know that that's actually a player. There's also Junior Young Senior. Kind of a play on Ken Griffey and his dad, which is pretty awesome, or Ken Griffey Jr. and his dad. But you'll see some of these, I promise they're in here, you'll see some of these Louisiana names once we actually get to some. And again, it's not overdone. I think they're at the top. I'll probably skip over them, so I know it's going to skip to this thing. Oh, what didn't work. Scroll all the way back up to the top. I know there's some. So, and like these are the names that kind of end in like that very French like X, right? So like this guy, Chino, Gathero, so names like that. And again, this is using the beta, so like this has been updated. You might even see more of these. There's also settings inside this tool. So if you're like, I want every Hawaiian recruit, or I want every single Louisiana recruit to have that name, you can do that. So super cool. It's done a lot to clean it up. This is the first time I've loaded with the mod for recruiting, so I'm really curious to see how kind of the rest of the season wraps up. I showed this guy in the first stream, and he's really close to signing. I'm getting a little worried because USC has shown some interest suddenly. This dude looks ridiculous. Oh, the other thing I love about that tool is it hides the boom or bust. It hides the gem, and it hides the whatever it's called, the broken. I'm drawing a blank what that's called. Like the diamond, or yeah, just the busted player, I guess. But like this dude, 3-star, I'm guessing he's probably a diamond, but I wouldn't know. Look at this dude. This dude's a 3-star. He's from San Diego, so exciting. My neck of the woods there. Look at those ratings. 96 throw power and 95 speed. He'll be a true freshman. If we can sign him. Again, I'm getting a little freaked. I don't like seeing USC, especially now if we have a recruiting mod where they're going to start catching me. So, got him going. What else? We're starting to take a look at this playmaker back. I don't really know if we're going to even have a chance at him, but receiving back, we're running kind of like a West Coast style offense. Really short, quick passing, trying to overcome just a bad offense and try to work more on efficiency. So, this is the guy we've been looking at pretty early on. Again, 3-star, nothing crazy as far as like star rating, but 92 speed, catch the ball. I love that safety valve. I use like 3 or 4 running backs to keep them fresh. They all have different roles, so like I'm excited about him. No fullbacks. Receiver. We've been looking at this guy for a while. Speedster again, and nothing crazy. A lot of 3 stars, and we're Stanford. There's a 2-star team. Just started kind of getting after Dredrick Harper. Again, a route artist at 90 speed. Like to see that. Only school is really interested so far in these guys. But they're ranked, and you can see 1,700 national ranked, and we'll see if that mod starts to tighten things up. I like this tight end. He's got a good frame. It can probably fill out a little bit, but I really liked his run blocking. Again, we're a run-heavy kind of short passing, but just still run the ball. So like this is kind of a perfect fit. He's slow, but I don't really care. Just catch the ball, block. Great. There's some other tight ends I do want to look at. We've just been very limited in our points. We do have a few 4 stars in the mix, so no idea if this guy's a boom or bust, because again, that's hidden in the one tool I used at the beginning. We're in the 88th, almost 89th minute now, 0-0. I said at the beginning of this game to my wife that this game is probably going to go in the penalty kicks. Just Spain's going to control the ball the whole game, and no one's going to score. That's kind of where we're at. But we'll see. Argentina's obviously has had some late magic in this tournament. But anyway, so we got a 4-star here. Texas was in on him for a while, so was Arizona State, and they just stopped. So again, we'll see if that mod changes that up. 170, guys. Okay. Griffey, what you doing? That was going crazy, man. What are you doing, buddy? So anyway, yeah, we got 2 tackles in the mix. What else? There we go. What is this thing doing? You know, it frees up. I mean, it's a fool right now. Oh, there we go. That was in the wrong menu. Okay, let's see here. So, what else? Yes, 3-star tackle. Got a 4-star guard. We're looking at. There's a defensive end I like a lot. Really like this guy. Speed rusher, 6'7", 278 speed rusher. UCLA, who's undefeated. Going after this guy. Really like him. Defensive tackle. So again, just a lot of 3-star guys. And what's nice is even with some of the issues that we've seen with, I know like recruiting, there's been a lot of just complaints and stuff with recruiting. As that gets ironed out, like with Stanford, like I'm not really getting like huge advantages or anything. So, and again, there's other little mods and tools that we're using to kind of work through that. So yeah. That's recruiting. I mentioned the team's 4-1. My coach goals, I mean, they're not too hard to hit. They're just, there's maybe one. We're only averaging 22 points a game. We need to be at 27. It's what they want for this season. And it's like, oh man, we're just not very good, even though we're 4-1. As far as the schedule, these are the scores that we've had. So you can see here. Snuck by Hawaii. We upset Miami, who was number 6 at the time. That's their only loss there. What's that, buddy? And then a bye week, and we beat Duke, and then we lost to Georgia Tech. But all our games have been pretty close. Wake Forest, we snuck by, and yeah, 25 in Notre Dame now. Alright, so let's take a look at the Notre Dame roster. I think that's always very important to kind of know what you're looking at. I also like to look at their, we've had no injuries. And so again, I've been reading a lot online. I'm like, oh, the injuries are still messed up, a lot of wear and tear. I've invested, I'll show you guys in a second, but I've invested pretty heavily in like protecting against that. I mean, we've definitely put some emphasis on that, you know, keeping us healthy here as Argentina looks to draw a foul, but they didn't get it, and then nearly the 93rd minute coming up here. Ooh. Yeah, Argentina really pours it on the end there in extra time, especially. All right, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so what have we spent money on? Let's look at our blueprint. So guys, like, I still think this stuff's working just fine. People, I mean, yeah, like if you put all your money into recruiting 5 stars only and you're wondering why everybody gets hurt or your team's not playing well, like, you need to invest in other things. So we have, actually, I don't really have any facilities. I have a lot of big stuff with the staff. And so, recruiting, what am I stuff with? Facilities? What am I looking at? Huh, these like didn't save. But what's weird is like I paid for them. That's weird. I don't know what happened. That's super weird. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I know why. It's because these things run out. But, I mean, that's even more proof. I haven't had any issues. I totally forgot that these, so, like, reduce season health. So I was using this. It only lasted 4 weeks. That's my mistake. I shouldn't, my team can't afford that. So maybe I just need to ride with things because, like, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good deal for the, and I totally overlooked that that's, yikes. We can't afford that. So, yeah, we're out. Luckily, it's been out for a while, and I guess we're doing okay. I don't have any injuries, knock on wood. So, but anyway, investing is helpful in the right areas. You saw my coach earlier, and that's where I put my points, is like really making sure our team performing well on the field. But let's look at Notre Dame. They're going to have a good roster, so if we can look for any sort of like holster exploit, we can try and do that. So, CJ Carr, Lloyd Carr's grandson, I believe. I just like to look to see if there's any sort of like, especially if they have like throw under pressure that's bad, like I'll try and blitz more. But yeah, it doesn't really have any holes. Running backs, good. We're gonna have good players everywhere. So wide receiver, definitely like we have one top corner, so I like to look and see like where do we want to put that guy. What's the best kind of situation we can put him in? Maybe shut somebody down. If we can even shut one receiver down, that obviously takes a lot away, right? That can take away like the whole scheme that's built around like 3 receivers working together. If we can take one out of that, it kind of messes up the offense a lot. And we've been getting decent results with that. So of course I'm looking at speed overall. I mean, they definitely have better receivers than we have corners. So Jordan Faison. And our top corner is pretty good at pressing, so I like to look at release, but yeah, we're not going to try to do a lot of pressing today. The tight end. They're a really good left guard, really good center. Okay, so they're going to beat us up on the inside. Need to be really careful of this guy, speed rusher, with quick jump. So, and guys, like I literally like have a notebook. Like I keep a notebook with notes. This one's pretty straightforward because it's like there's not a whole lot to take advantage of, but we got to be careful. Number 5. When they have another guy on the other side, but I still think 5's the one I'm most concerned with. Yeah, these really good D tackles. So like 5 and 7, if we can try to avoid those guys a little bit. I mean, yeah, they're super good players. So this will be a big upset. I mean, their corners are absolutely insane. Usually, like the best corner. This is the best corner I've seen in this game so far. 100 more. That's ridiculous. Then in their third corner, holy cow! Yeah. All right, it's been a wild ride. Yeah, they're a talented team. I just want to see where that end's going to be playing. See if they have that slot receiver moved around. Not really. So yeah, 5 is going to be left end. Yeah, pretty much on the left the whole time. And so he'll be up against our right tackle. I don't know. I mean, guys, all we can do here is just play smart. So Argentina's down to 10 players. I just saw. Wow. Not going to matter soon though if they go to. I mean, it's quick overtime periods they'll probably have. All right, let's get into gameplay. You're ineligible. I don't care. It's because we have the game basically in offline mode. And this is a rivalry game, so we're going to switch up our uniforms for the first time. Even though I love the all whites. Let's start alternate here. Alternate away. That's not that exciting. It's too dark. Alright, I guess we're just gonna wear that. Yeah, what the heck. We'll do the yeah, we'll wear the red pants for once. Why not? It's a rivalry game. Battle of the Legends. Version 70. So again, what mods are we rocking here as the game loads up? And put that back up on the screen real quick. So yeah, there they are. If anybody wants to just take a quick screenshot, that's what we're loading up. Any of these without a check mark aren't being used. A few more up there. Yeah. It's Notre Dame time.
It's the Stanford Cardinal and the Notre.
I feel like my volume just went crazy again. Let's turn that back on. I don't know why it keeps doing that. No, it didn't.
This is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus. All of
hopefully the
excitement at
volume
Notre
is
Dame
okay
Stadium.
together.
You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Guys?
It's pretty loud. For me, at least. Hopefully this runs okay on this monitor. I didn't actually think to check this. We will soon find out.
Stanford ready to kick it away to
so you can see the kick meter, right? It's been adjusted. And watch how fast it goes. See that? Again, that just makes kicking a little more difficult. You see the grass is kind of popping a little bit more with that.
For an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Notre Dame's
it's my first time using this graphical update mod. We'll see. I love it so far.
Number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing.
I do want to check. I'm not doing any lag at least. That's good. I talked about matching up that receiver. I just want to see what my clone is. Like, if we even press with just Nicholson here. He's 84 plus. I think we're going to be pressing even better. Needed to, but yeah, so we're going to line up this time overall.
Just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this.
I'm not going to miss this show just
all
yet.
you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squad.
Makes a grab and room to run. They get it out to the 30.
Yeah, I don't like kind of like, I don't think I love that graphical update.
Really
it looks a little, I'd be curious what it looks like for you guys.
Are no longer just big bodies that
looks a little weird
like the
for me.
extension of the offensive line.
They're
more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they
kind
can
of a
make
bend,
plays, they can
bend but
run
don't break
over, they can now
defense
run
here.
around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The run inside. It's Williams.
There we go.
They didn't get a push
That's
at
Stanford
all
football.
on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Motion from the wide receiver. That's caught. It's Gilbert. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Takes the handoff. It's Mobley.
Oh, God. It's a terrible angle.
Racing down the left side.
So part of the gameplay mod is they won't always pass on 3rd and 7. So be careful predicting it. And that's exactly what happened. And I had a terrible breakdown.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Oh, we had him on 3rd and 7 too. We just had to tackle him.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over.
I want to play smart football here.
Offense will get its
Watch out for number 5. That's kind of the basic game plan, and try not to run at 7.
Last time out, a solid day and a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
Real simple halfback zone. Let's just see where they're putting.
What we expected.
So 7's on the left.
To make its presence known.
Huh?
They'll run it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Oh my goodness.
He let the
Actually, let me back up, guys. I want to check something really quick. I need to make sure that there's no lag on this monitor. So I literally packed my wife's monitor for this week. And I have it in game mode. But like after that weird tackle breakdown, I just want to see I want to go into practice mode and just try kicking. That's like the ultimate test of if we're getting lag. If not, I'll just switch it over to my other monitor and we'll work this fine, but let's just make sure. I was getting some pretty bad lag on my when I was connecting to a TV. Yeah, let's just test this out. Oh shoot, I feel bad. I just took away Notre Dame's touchdown. I was thinking this was good. But it's okay. If there's lag, it's subtle, but you'll notice it with kicking. I'm going to turn off that graphical mod too. I don't really like it. Oh, bad pass by Spain. 93rd minute here. Oh, wow. That is Spain's best chance. Come on, game. What are you doing? You're freezing up. There you go. Yeah, I feel like that graphical mod is being weird. So we're gonna just practice field goal. Let's see if there's any lag. So ignore the speed. You'll see that mod. See how that mod actually made that like this. It looked like a realistic field goal. I think one of the stands. Yeah, I don't actually think I'm getting any lag. Which is good. I just I forget how fast that meter. They've sped up the meter. Yeah, I'm not getting. Awesome. Well, now I feel really dirty for turning that off. It felt like I was getting some lag. And I noticed it after my running back kind of like warped around really weird. Alright, let me try to actually make one. I was just testing one, so it's just mostly practice. Oops. Keep forgetting how fast it is. Yeah, so there's no lag. And I actually sit down and focus on the 10th attempt and try and make it and see if we can reach it. Nope. But see, I love how like it still looks realistic. I would even change if you're listening. I would even tighten that up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, good. So no lag. I don't know. So like, let's look at a replay because like, can you see replay on these? Let's see. Oh. Like, I feel like that mod is supposed to like, I don't know. Is it supposed to like make the grass look better or something? I don't even know. And it's focusing on just the grass and that's so boring. I don't know. Manson does look good. It kind of looked weird. Anyway, at least there's no lag. Feel better about that. Let's try it again. Oh. Gotta get the game. It's taking too long. I don't know, this is so laggy. Oh, there's the mouthpiece though. So you can see the mouthpiece mod is actually showing up right there. That's kind of cool. Let me show you what's over here. I can show you the tattoo mods. Ooh, Spain just scored! Nice! Maybe not. They're arguing with the ref. So if I go on the player card, I can show you one of the tattoo mods. I'm assuming this guy doesn't have any tattoos, best to see. Because only a few players have had their actual tattoos updated. But I will check that. But what you can do is you can go in the gear, and let's just say you want. This is like really good if you're really good glory, right? But like you could go in and left knee boys, maybe? Oh yeah, programs. Make this something. If it's loaded, yeah, so you'll see there's like tattoos loading in here. And I never looked through this stuff, guys, so you have to correct me. I don't think this is in the default game. Or if it is, maybe there's just like more of these now. It's just a skin color. I see, okay. Yes, like, I don't know, but that one doesn't. I guess transparent. Anyway. So there's those. Let me I should check to see. I gotta jump over to the Discord again. So what I'm gonna look at, I can just show you guys, is just looking at community mod today. mouthpiece, and then, oh yeah, this one here. So kick play, tattoo, and there's like a player list. Let's open up that player list and you can see. Then we can go in and look at it and see it. Oh, I don't have Excel installed on this new computer though. But I feel like he listed some names. We just gotta find one. There's the one that's not in Excel. I think there's like I wonder if I can I just open let's go to the discussion and see if okay, so it looks like okay, so they have it unlocked. Let's see if they have ours for. So like you can see here, people are talking about the order that these need to be in. Disallowed bowl, spin. And we have, so unlock needs to be like, and I didn't need to start the game, but let's get this one out of the way. And unlocked, yeah, so it looked like that. If that person has it, no one's working them, so. There we go. So let's look up, yeah, like Ryan Williams on Alabama. It looks like he's supposed to have some. So, and when I make those edits to, like if you start messing around with your mod manager, it's not going to do anything until like you start the game, I'm pretty sure. So let's check out that game. Let's see if we have some tattoos in this guy. Wait, yes, there you go. That's working. And again, the list is short right now, but they're working on updating more of those. Ryan Williams is so good in college last year for me. He was ridiculous. Yeah, alright, well, let's try it again. We're wearing the white jerseys. Deal with it. We're gonna have to change them. Or I should say the white pants.
One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Stanford Cardinal and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Cardinal head coach told me before the game, he understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This top 25 team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Notre Dame's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. The last time these two
ACC Network Malone, you can see it there.
Hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all...
Oh my gosh, guys.
They finally get
We had the edge sealed too. Dude just didn't do his job.
For the first down.
And man, we've always experience these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in, and I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Throwing, Carr. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Oh, Notre Dame's going to get that touchdown right
The
there.
Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Quick release by the QB. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. They'll send out the kicker here. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. Onto the field comes Davis Warren. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gonna run it. It's Ford. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Irvin. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what?
That
I
is
guess it's retaliation.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's picked off.
So the audible didn't
They'll
register
try to take
there.
it back.
Hit the wrong button.
The 20. And a sensational return, and they finally...
I don't know if that was just the audible didn't register. I'm guessing so. Because like it showed me it registered. All I was trying to do was just run it to the left because the 2 safeties deep, number 7 wasn't there. And then I panicked and saw that the running back was wide open, and that's where I wanted to go. Because I think it just went back to the original play, which is the screen. And I don't know why, I just thought triangle was the running back. And of course, I just wrote down the pass, picked up.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
In the red area, it's Williams. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Unloads quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. The corners are walked up tight. Play fake, Carr. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Right on target the first time, now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Right.
Just closing a couple windows to get rid of some of this tension.
It's good. The lead is 6 in the first.
The reception was just done. But I should have known. First time we've really had to deal with the crowd, so I was totally proud of it.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackle.
Hey, 6-0.
Down right at
Took
the
one.
20-yard
They scored 2
line.
drives.
Good coverage there. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0.
Let's try it again.
To the air, it's Warren. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The sure hands, it's Blackburn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Quick release on the RPO. And with that effort, they pick
Only a
up
ton of
fresh
RPOs this
set of
year,
downs.
but
They have it at the 34-yard
this is the
line.
game where it's
Well, look,
pretty
that
helpful to
wasn't
be
a
doing
touchdown,
so.
but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw again. Can hang on, and he'll tell you.
Oh, Spain just scored. I totally missed it. That's 2 times in the. I think the defense on that play though. There's really nobody who's going to be like nothing wide open. I just tried to hit that really quick. Just in that little scene. If it wasn't a high, I might have had it. I'm watching the goal replay here. I'm just watching the goal replay. Crazy. No shot. Maybe.
Really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air, it's Warren. He fires to the left side.
Just trying to hit him in between those zones.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target.
Maybe a third look there. Pretty tight on a short. I don't know if this is lagging so bad. Maybe because I have OBS open. So I was looking short, and then they had all that stuff locked up. And right there, 15 has that seam in between the cover two. It looks like I just took too long to hit him. I tried to throw it with back shoulder to him. But that's how average in your quarterbacks is 74, especially in this gameplay mod. It's really not going over that later. Yeah, I mean, Notre Dame corners are good.
Open, so the quarterback made sure he put.
They're actually going to try to hit him with a draw here. Put in a little gadget running back. Looks like gadget at running back. Good draw. See if we can break something here.
Going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. They'll try to pop the draw.
Close enough, we're going to try.
Right at the 42-yard line, fourth down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory? A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four down territory. The offense still on the field. Going for the marker on the ground.
Dude, why did you? He got hung up. He was in a wide open hole. I just got hung up on my own guy. Oh my gosh. That pull, I mean, it was wide open. The guy pulling. Like, all I was trying to do is just get that leverage right there, just inside of 60. I don't know what just happened. He just, like... Yeah, I mean, I guess I manually just tried to, like, cut into that hole. Going outside, I don't know if I would have got it, because that one guy was unblocked. But saw that leverage, and I guess I should have gone, I mean, you know, cut it back in 60 to make a good block. Yeah, I got stuck in the original hole.
Down, stop.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see if
I'd go for that every
the game
time.
goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over for Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year for the Irish. And this has always been a position, David, that we thought was always a little bit behind some of the elite competition in college football, but it feels like that's starting to change now.
And great house and phase on both backs, so obviously some experience there, but then bringing in some ultra-talented, highly recruited receivers from Ohio State. Those guys usually pan out pretty well to have that speed element. And a couple of guys that maybe clip now with this CJ Carr offense and the passing attack, which went from a liability a couple years ago to a strength.
Yeah, I think just me streaming YouTube is creating
And
these
they
little
can't make the connection
lags.
on
Luckily,
third
they're not
down.
helping during the gameplay.
Yeah, and I
So
think
it
third and
seems
short
they're
is the
going for it.
perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a fourth down situation.
Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on fourth. Again, it's Carr.
Whoa, 2 blocks in a row.
It's
Yes. Good job,
incomplete, and
D-line.
they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing
I really,
a really good job
I
understanding they were
bank
gonna
so
throw the
much on being able to
football
call
on this fourth
audibles.
down. They played it well.
Like, we just can't
Pass,
with this crowd. So that's why I've been
defense
looking at
turns to
RPOs a little bit more than I normally would.
Caught in the backfield, it's
That's a bad
Blackburn.
read.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Looks like it.
On the move, it's Ford. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Stanford to the line, trying to convert on
Spain
third
scores
and
again.
inches.
That's it. Oh, I thought they scored again.
They'll try to pick it up on the
Come
ground.
on, guys.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
And that's why he is an All-American Cal.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Oh, God.
He
Two guys.
finds a dead spot in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, mate. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Running inside, it's Williams. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Here's Carr to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his...
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to
Screenplay
run the
just took a
football, you
shot
want to be
right off the
physical, then you
chin
play
from
action,
Messi.
and you got the big
Like
target.
117
Throw it up to
point,
him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
Yeah, we did a win prediction, man.
Lining up to tack
Dang.
one more onto that lead.
A couple stupid things here. Man, I might play. Got my son on
And
the
the
that
point
fourth.
after is good.
Both our fourth down
Quick work
is
on that
kind
scoring
of stupid.
drive, just 4 plays.
We just don't
And
have
they capped
the
drive
space
with a
for stupid
4-yard
against Notre
touchdown
Dame.
pass.
And my stupid
From
interception.
inside his
Really,
own 10,
just
he'll try to help out
look at
their
how
field
stupid this game.
position. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in on the Stanford sideline. I can tell you this crowd has played a factor
One score
early
to
in
10.
this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd
Seven's a
noise
beast.
is
He's just
impacting them. I see them
blasting
talk to
everything.
each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The run inside. It's Williams. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Tight end now in motion. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So
Lofts one high and
make
deep.
a play. Make a play. Nice.
Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Ford.
Ooh.
Picks up the
Oh,
first
gosh.
down.
Nice. We're able to break that.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The give to the single back. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Keeps it on the bootleg. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the physical
Had the underneath
play
guy
there
wide
forces
open, but
the incompletion on
thought
first
we had some
down.
leverage there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The officials stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Looking for space. It's Ford.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop.
Should I keep him in, Tuna, or substitute him with Tuna? It's pretty fun. See that screen again. It's been open a couple times. Accidentally threw an interception with the wrong button earlier.
Looking for a man. It's Warren. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a man.
You're going back
down,
in.
But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Back open in the middle. Didn't get nearly
Yeah, we did a lot of field goal practicing.
Down.
This meter moves really fast when the power goes out.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Knocked it right
Hey, we
through,
scored
showing
points.
that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Their offense is bad, but
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a
Spain
return.
wins 1-0. Wow.
Here come the Irish.
Did they give up like
back
one
on
goal the whole
offense.
tournament?
They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work.
Oh, 50.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it
Did a
right
really
now.
good job against
Those
those
safeties fly up,
edge
those
runs.
corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first.
Be huge if we could get a touchdown. We're going at halftime down 3. Let's go. Let's get it.
Kick is in the air. Wants to bring it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. And just
actually get it? Did we get the call?
Take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
To the air, it's Warren. Pressure coming, trying to buy time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence.
Sorry for the free one, guys. It's got to be from
Well, you're making a positive.
Having OBS running for YouTube.
Quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And he was hit just as...
I know they're blitzing, but huge blitz. Yeah, it is sometimes. 15 had good leverage. That's where I was going. But I guess I got to read that. Yeah, we just hit out to the flats. They're wide open. Stupid. Both flats. Not looking around. I mean, that's potentially a touchdown if I hit the right guy. 23.
Releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
As a defense, you get so excited with those 3rd down stops, and you throw the fist in the air, right? Forcing the 4th down, but you got to stay on your P's and Q's with this offense because they've already shown you that they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
That are open, especially if they blitz. Or triangles in the open.
On 4th down, going to the air. Right on the money. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Yaw. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Here's a hit.
Oh, I just tried to throw it away. Come on.
They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They go to the wide receiver screen.
And one dude the blind.
The Fighting Irish call their 1st timeout. They'll
4th and 12. I'm so tempted just to go for this, but
the Cardinal will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. He's got it. No chance for any kind of return there.
No
they
offense
were all
there.
over him as soon as he caught the football. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also
that's two
momentum
guys.
is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop.
Like, I can't cover both
have
dudes
it,
in that zone,
just
guys.
Don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fires to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Carr. He tries to take the top off.
Oh,
Catch inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Splits the uprights.
bad
Good.
first time.
And that
But
will
not
extend their
terrible.
lead
Like,
even further.
I'm shocked that the
And that's
score
not the way
is
they
where it
wanted to
is.
end the drive, but
So-
nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
I mean, sure. If they make a mistake at the helm anyway, I guess we'll take it
Just
away.
enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down,
Second
and
quarterback's
avoids the
in.
hit. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check
No
in with
offense.
Kevin
The
Connors
defense
in
is
our
done
EA
okay.
Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the number 6 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
That's not good for that quarterback we're trying
And
to
it's the
fight them for.
Trojans coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game in South Bend. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word.
We got to get a score. We got to get the next score. We're okay.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on
That
this
quarterback's
drive.
in.
Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays
Definitely
together,
gets in,
start this drive off
110.
on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll run for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Oh, me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. But you can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Brown. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Delay to the back. It's Ford. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
And that's going to... Played a lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third.
Oh gosh, that was a tight window.
They really could have used that.
I don't know over there. Nobody down there. That's a clean throw. That was actually a really good throw. Receivers are like 75 overall.
Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they get him down.
Should have ran it too close in the
first down marker.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end. Great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go. Go! Ready, go! Go, go!
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work.
You see it's going with the quarterback. I don't remember getting like an injury notification on him. Yeah, I don't know why he's not even here. I didn't like bench him or anything, right? This is just sitting. It's bizarre. Maybe this is the first time we're seeing some of that wear and tear stuff people are upset about. Let's get back to our game mode. But we need a score. And I mean, we're right back into this. We get a score this quarter. The defense can keep playing.
Offense returning to the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end.
Terrible throw.
Got it in the middle. It's Blackburn.
That is not
they get him down
what I wanted
at
to
49,
pass
but
throw.
not before he picks up 15.
Definitely not with the left.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Making side adjustments here. On the run, it's Irvin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The officials stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the flat.
Like just like the lag of these players, like touching and moving.
Nowhere to go as this
That was
defense makes a
wide
3rd
open.
down stop.
And they got
Stanford lines
nothing.
up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The officials stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the
covered 4
quarterback
today,
credit
just
for
kind
the
of a
location
dumb
of the
break
throw. Because he
defense.
put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Play action, Carr. Makes the grab, it's Washington. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. Looking to throw, it's Warren. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Stanford lines up to punt it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Washington. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The free safety timed his rush perfectly on the blitz, and they come up with the sack.
Yeah, and the free safety usually stays deep and plays coverage, plays in the middle of the field, but they spin him down, bring him in a blitz. You could tell, caught the offense off guard, and he gets the quarterback and gets the sack.
Over the middle, it's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Running inside, it's Williams. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Wants to throw, it's Warren. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Looking for a crease. It's Irvin. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Up-tempo for the offense.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish back on offense. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. The run inside. It's Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You know, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. Did you see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Irish send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line.
Good points, guys.
Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking to throw, it's Warren. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Stanford going back to work with another first down. This time he wants to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are.
Where did he go? Let it go. Hey, move. Let it go.
The RPO, it's complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Ready. Go.
They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
There's some room. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Ready, go.
Running inside, it's Mobley. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Wide receiver going in motion.
Go.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Go.
Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Irish! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Took it all the way back to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more
somebody else
running
call
room,
plays.
but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Looking for a man, it's Warren. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of
Hey, man,
defense
it's
together.
more like
Run
a
defense, pass defense, they've been
system of
so
defense
good,
today.
man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be fourth. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Here we go, ready. Blue 30, blue 30. Ready, go.
Gonna look downfield again. And this is going to be incomplete on third. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation.
Blue 22. Blue 22. Go, go.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air.
And even looked in their second
Got
read.
him. It's a sack, and what a
Dang,
stop for
man.
this defense to turn it over on down.
Look again.
Running out the clock, a mere
Much better
formality
team.
between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And
God,
they'll
our offense
take
is
a
bad
knee
today.
and watch
Just
this clock keep on
inaccurate
winding,
drops,
finding
wrong
its way
buttons.
toward a victory. They say every game counts the same in the standings.
We'll see them next year,
and
though.
That is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt
That's
a little
gross.
more if you lose.
They do.
But love the gameplay settings. I mean, they're tough. Stanford's tough. We're 4-2. I'll take it halfway through the year.
This game matters more, and it's not that the other
If
ones
there is a
don't matter.
rebuild in
It's
college
just that the
football,
hate runs
even
so deep
one that uses
for some of
the
these
term
rivalries,
properly,
some of these kids that grew up across the
Stanford's
street from
definitely,
each other that went to different schools, Jesse.
definitely
You can feel
consideration for
David,
that.
you're absolutely right.
Title.
And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this
Yeah,
football
guys.
game. They made
Need to
too
get some
many
other stuff, so we're gonna wrap this one up
uncharacteristic
here.
mistakes, and as a result,
Get this saved
they
up.
take
Yeah,
it.
check out the mining community. It's awesome. Yeah. College football mining community Discord, everything you need to get set up. It's definitely worth it on PC. It's been a ton of fun. So excited to get to the off season. We're about halfway through the season. We'll definitely be looking at more of those tools when we start getting into just, I mean, again, postseason, off season stuff. We'll look at more of the instead of the mods, more of the tools that are just really, really good stuff. So guys, thanks for watching. I'm Mike Lowe. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. See you next time.